He was in a basement.
He was in a basement with his mom Dukes. Like, okay, he was in a Forest Hill basement, but a basement nonetheless.
Yeah.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? It's not like man them had a whole mansion in
Man
Forest
didn't have
Hill
sunlight.
and they're running in the west wing of the.
Man did not have sunlight on the man.
Like, you can afford a basement.
And then-
you know what I'm
and
saying?
then
You're not balling.
In a regular basement.
But
Yeah.
and then they
was.
see
It was
the
a regular
Degrassi
basement.
stuff.
If you look at the
Right?
CTV Degrassi thing that they did on him
Yeah.
when they walked through his house,
It was a regular
It was a
basement.
it's a
basement.
regular, like it's not even like some lavish
It's like my crib right now.
basement with a pool. and-
Yes, but in Americans' heads, when they think, "Oh yeah, he comes from an affluent," they always put affluent neighborhood of Forest Hill. In their mind, they're thinking when he was like 8 years old, he's running on marble floors down the hallway.
But see,
It's
it
taking
goes-
like 10 minutes to
goes
roll
back
the
to
kitchen.
Adonis.
It goes
Home
back to
Alone,
the cognitive
for sure.
dissonance I was saying
Yeah.
though, because they also know and have friends who were poor once and made it out the hood and are still poor, but they made it out the hood. Dave Chappelle said it perfectly. I was just rich enough to be the poorest nigga on the block.
Yeah,
His parents were just rich enough to get him out of the hood, but not rich enough to be like affluent.
They're just the poorest guy
They're
on a
just
better
the
block.
poorest guy on a better block. And that is a different type of poverty that people
Yeah.
don't even understand. They think because you live in the house, you got it.
yeah.
Not knowing your parents are doing everything to sustain that.
Yeah.
And you look crazy compared to all the little rich kids in the neighborhood who really got money. You're the little black sheep out there.
And
like
that's
you
a big
especially
part of the
being
issue
light-skinned
with
out there.
the
Yeah.
Drake thing is him constantly not having a place.
Yes.
To really be like, I fit in.
Listen, the more subscribers we have, the better the guests get. So please hit subscribe. Let's get back into the show.
Nigga, you ain't got enough money to come to our functions. We're allowing you to come here. And then on the other side, when it goes to the people who quote unquote have less than them, they're like, ah, man, well, you too light skinned or whatever. What you doing out here? You should go take your ass back to Forest Hill. Again, I don't want to sound like a Drake defender, but that sounds like a little bit of a hard existence when you're coming up.
As
you know
a
what I'm
child,
saying?
too, like.
Yeah, bro. Like nobody wants you around, fam. Like you have to really fight for the people to want you around,
Yeah,
type of
'cause
thing.
He had
You know
to
what I'm
fight to
saying?
get the hood respect that he has right now too.
Yes.
Because of that whole narrative that the whole Forest Hill and he was on Degrassi and all that type of stuff. But even that, like I was doing child acting as a kid. I've been on Degrassi before. I didn't have speaking lines, but I've been there multiple times, multiple episodes. And I know that I went to school with kids that were on the show as regular characters, and I know what the lifestyle is like. They weren't out here like rich and
There's a
I'm
tweet
on
that
TV
went
and
viral
I'm
the other
posh.
day.
No, these guys, bro, I went to school with these guys. These guys were smoking the same weed as us. They're doing more drugs than me because I never did drugs like that. But those guys were living a more grungy life, being on TV, getting paid than people that are outside just living regular
A girl
lives. So-
tweeted just yesterday that she saw, she was at Starbucks and the barista was a guy from Degrassi.
there you go.
Yes.
And it's like people don't understand how fleeting, how fickle
Yeah.
the industry is, especially when it comes to Toronto. Like there's no money in this shit.
Yeah, you're not
That's
making-
first of all. There's no,
You're not making
no
millions a
money
year.
Yo, let's
in
talk about
this
this.
shit.
Yeah.
These companies don't respect the numbers that we have because there's not much people here. There's no real incentive for them to spend a lot of money in Canada, considering our population size. So they're not going to funnel efforts into making Canadian this and Canadian that. Like you get 1 or 2 initiatives a year.
Yeah.
If you're lucky from a lot of these companies. Nike will do a sound clash. Red Bull will do a little DJ thing. Like,
Yeah.
but you're not getting that every 2 months like the States.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's not happening monthly panels and all types of shit.
They're not
like,
even